Hey everyone! This is going to be my first video on this channel. I have an idea in my head that I might be able to just post videos of me working on projects, so I'm not going to be really explaining much because I don't want to turn this into a tutorial. I just know that me personally, I love watching artists work, especially when it's under just, you know, random, no plan whatsoever. Just going at random, whatever comes from their head. I think it's really interesting to watch, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, this is going to be my first video, so I'm going to be sharing this on my Facebook page. Just Google DBJJewelry, and my Facebook page should pop up, my website, and all those other links, which are great and very helpful if you would go visit them. So I'm going to get started on my project. I will give a little bit of background information. This little pendant here, I'm trying to remember, I think it's blood jasper is what the stone is. I'm probably wrong. At this point, I am too brain dead to even care about what stones are. So this is the stone. It's got some coloration on the top edge here, on the sides and on the top, so I think I'm gonna make sure that those stay visible. I like this really green spot down here. It's like a different green than the areas around it, so I'm hoping I'll be able to add in some swirls around the edges here, come in along the bottom. I want to do a swirl here or two, some more here, and then up along the sides. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to cover that hole, since this is supposed to be a pendant bead type of thing. So I'll probably do some more swirls to cover that over, or use that in the bail, something along those lines. So that's the pendant I'm going to use, and I've got my wires over here. I've got some 22 gauge, just in case I want to add some detail. I'm going to be working with 20 gauge square. Of course, all of this is in copper. I've got some 16 gauge and some 20 gauge half round for when I want to wrap all these together. I've also got some 20 gauge round wire and some 26 gauge round wire as well for, you know, the outer edge and the strength and all that wonderful stuff in wire wrapping. And tools I'm going to be using are probably just, you know, my normal cutters, round and flat nose pliers. I may or may not use a hammer. But we'll see how that goes. It really all depends on what this project starts to become. I have an idea in my head and how I'm going to do this, so I'm just going to start going at it. And I guess I'll start with some square wire, add some details. That's probably the wrong end. Yep. So I'm actually probably just going to shut up now and let you guys watch me while I work. And if I have anything to say, you know, I'm probably going to speed this up a little bit, add some music, but if I have anything to add, I will slow it down and talk to you guys. So enjoy the show for the most part. I'm kind of liking how this is coming out. What do you guys think? I wonder what it's going to look like when it's finished. So right now, so far, I've gotten a little bit of detail of swirls that's going to be going down on this side of the pendant. I'm putting out one wire on the back to use kind of as, you know, kind of a prong in the back to kind of hold it in a little bit, but I've still got a ways to go. Well, welcome back. My camera overheated and now I only have 13% battery left, 35 minutes of recording. So I did a little bit more work while my camera was cooling down. I did this little section here and I pushed some edges down to kind of compress them a little bit. I've got some more work to do involving pressing things down and, you know, getting rid of loose wires, doing the bail, that type of thing. So I'm gonna get to work. So now that I've got most of the swirl work done around the outer edges, I'm really happy that I got this little green spot to stay. I covered up some of the red edges here, but that's okay to me. I mean, it doesn't bother much. I still have some edges to fill in, like along here. I want to fill in a little bit more. And, you know, this side looks okay, but after I do the bail, I'm going to go back in, fill in this gap, and then also with thinner wire, add some details to this as well. So I'm going to be using that 26 gauge wire that I have around here somewhere. There it is, 26 gauge wire to be doing the typical weave bail that I normally make. So now my problem with this whole pendant is, do I bring this down along the back to hide the bail, right, or do I keep it up above and make a bail like this? I'm always confused on what to do with this in this situation because I really like the pendant as it looks now, and sometimes my weave bails don't always match, but I also really like the idea of bringing a point up to the top and just having it as a specific place to where it hangs, but I don't know. I think I might go with a hidden bail this time. And, you know, I'm hoping that it's gonna look nice in the end. Let's see what it looks like. And worst case scenario, I can always undo it and put it back in the place where I want it to be on top. So let's see. Alright, so I'm back. My camera has a little bit more charge now, so I figured I'd give you guys an update on what's going on. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can get a better view. There we go. So far I've got all the swirls done on the front, and I know many of you were probably cringing before when you saw the back, but look! It's so much better! I know it still looks a little uneven, but that's totally okay with, in my opinion. It's not like the back is seen very much. It's only when it like flips over or something and you accidentally see the back that it looks a little bit, you know, acceptable. That's all I'm aiming for. I filled in that gap that I wanted to on the edges there. So all of it is complete swirls all the way around. And the bail is pretty much hidden. I need to figure out that little kink there. I kind of want it to be there, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure to push it down or to pull it out because I don't want the pendant to hang, you know, weird and be pushed forward a little bit. So we'll see. But now the question is, and I'm going to let you guys decide in the comments on whether I should oxidize this. Which oxidizing is turning the wire black, and then I would polish the high points, so all of the wire would pretty much turn black, and then you'd see on the uppermost swirls on the top would be polished, so it would give it more depth. But I don't know, I'm kind of liking the copper, the bright copper look. Obviously it's going to darken over time, but when whoever decides to purchase this brings it home, the natural skin on your oils and the abrasiveness and everything of it rubbing against things is going to automatically polish it up again. Which, I like copper a lot because of that reason. It's kind of like a living thing. The more you wear it, the brighter it looks, which is pretty much the opposite of silver, which I find pretty interesting. So, I'm gonna let you guys decide, should I oxidize or should I just leave it as is? And if I were to hang this, this is kind of what it would look like. Maybe I should make one of those like stiff necklace things. That would look interesting. What do you think? But yeah, oxidize or not, let me know in the comments. So thanks so much for watching. I know you guys didn't just get to see me finalize it, but it wasn't much, I promise. I just added some smaller areas and then fixed up the back, so you didn't miss much. Alright, so have a great day, and thanks again for watching. If there's any more videos up on my channel by the time that you watch this, make sure to go watch those, leave a like, and subscribe. Thanks so much.